In this video, we will be talking about the worst NFL draft predictions of all time. Let's start the video.
One, who does Houston take? I'm going to go with Johnny Manziel. And
what do you actually think? Where would you draft him?
I would draft him in the second round because I think at that point, the risk reward is there. If he doesn't make it a quarterback, you have a great fallback. Now, if I'm Andrew Luck, Todd, I'm hoping that the Colts take RG3 because I'd much prefer being a Redskin right now with the makeup of their team as opposed to the mess that the Colts are.
This is Mel Kiper. He is an NFL draft expert. Mel Kiper has actually played a large part in making draft predictions mainstream. Although being the guy who started it, Mel Kiper definitely has his fair share of bad predictions. Although one of his bad predictions is just a little bit too much to come back from, quite literally. Heading into the 2010 NFL draft, Jimmy Clausen was a very hyped up prospect. He was even given the nickname the Golden Arm, but out of all the people that were giving him praise, perhaps no one was higher on him than Mel Kiper. In fact, to the point where he said, if Jimmy Clausen is not a successful quarterback in the NFL, I'm done. That's it. I'm out. Mel Kiper put his whole career on the back of Jimmy Clausen. It meant a lot that he was willing to do that. So, Jimmy Clausen had to be pretty good, right? After 5 years, it was clear. Mel Kiper was wrong. Jimmy Clausen was out of the league by then and had only started 14 NFL games in his career. But to be fair, he has predicted a lot of impressive correct things to equal out all the wrong. But this next prediction is probably one of the worst in NFL history. After the 2012 NFL Draft, Donald Wood, a Bleacher Report writer, made a list for the worst drafts for that year. In that article, he said the team that had the worst draft that year out of all 32 teams were the Seattle Seahawks, which for that draft, the Seahawks with their first 3 picks selected Bruce Irvin, Bobby Wagner, and Russell Wilson. Donald Wood said the Seahawks didn't draft any positions of need or draft for the future. He even doubled down by saying, as if the day wasn't bad enough, Seattle selecting Russell Wilson, a QB that doesn't fit their offense at all, was by far the worst move of the draft. Adding even more on top of that, the Seahawks were the only team that he gave an F grade to. After that prediction though, the Seahawks have yet to miss the playoffs and went to win a Super Bowl with Russell Wilson under the center. In fact, every player they drafted that year has played at least 4 years in the NFL. Not to mention, they drafted a linebacker, Bobby Wagner, who is on his way to the Hall of Fame, and a quarterback, Russell Wilson, who is one MVP away from being a first ballot Hall of Famer. Despite that prediction being absolutely awful, what happened when fans made the bad prediction?
First pick, I love it. I love it. I hate it.
Had you ever heard of him before tonight?
Yes, sir. No.
It's a bad pick. You can get this guy in the middle of the round. If you're gonna pick him, move down and pick him. Don't waste an 11th pick on him.
Now, before I tell you who these Texans fans are booing, I want you to guess. So, which player do you think these Texans fans are mad about? A. Whitney Mercilus, B. JJ Watt, C. TJ Yates, or D. Brooks Reed?
The Houston Texans select JJ Watt.
They booed JJ Watt. He deserved better. It doesn't stop there though. Not only did the Texans' own fans boo JJ Watt, but Chris Baldwin, a writer for a Houston newspaper, said that the Texans would rue the night they took Pizza Boy JJ Watt over Nick Fairley. Along with that, he said Nick Fairley landed with the Detroit Lions, where he'll collect Pro Bowl berths for years to come. The Texans took a former Pizza Hut delivery man instead. Now, of course, we all know JJ Watt proved him wrong, but how did Nick Fairley do in his career? He is yet to make a Pro Bowl, and he was out of the league by 2016. In fact, Nick Fairley has recorded 20.5 sacks in his NFL career. JJ Watt recorded 20.5 sacks in a single season during his second year. The fans and that writer were so wrong about JJ Watt. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe while you were down there. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.